state once more. Of course, at the bottom of your screen, you see blue in favor of Doran, blue in favor of Ona, blue in favor of Faker. What was a very rough early lane matchup for him is now going much better after securing 2 plates in the top side. Gumiyushi is the only one that's actually behind in gold. But you could argue that who else could Gen.G want to be ahead in this position? Ruler sitting with all this gold, a completed BF sword, 10 minutes into the game. He's going to be the man to watch as we move into the mid-game.
Yeah, as that Bloodthirster will be very hard to poke out.
Kita
Again, I do
pindah
question,
ke YouTube
will he be able to
ya.
find the angle for that big ultimate? That really is going to be the trick. He's going to have to position himself very, very well because Faker, Doran, Owner are all going to be hunting for this MF and trying to stop him as soon as he pops that bullet time.
This, I feel like the first big fight we get is going to be so explosive. And I feel like whoever gets the first kill really is going to run away with the whole thing. Resets from Viego, massive. Resets from Pyke, also massive. And both teams without a true front line. The tankiest player on either side is a Bruiser, an Renekton, or an Aatrox. But there's no real front lines in this game.
Faker taking a chunk of damage from Chovy, as we've seen so many times before when the 2 mid laners have met. You can feel the tension. Dragon spawning in 15 seconds. Neither side wanting to make that mistake. But you have to play with confidence. You can't afford to concede that space, and Gen.G doing just that. Good vision coverage around the bot river. Faker clears out that bot wave, allowing for T1 to have an avenue.
Ooh. Bone Skewer came close on Keria. But if anybody knows the distance of Pyke's spells, it is this man. He will be able to keep his distance there from Duro. As Gen.G not confident enough to start the objective, but they still have control over the river itself. Duro with a miss on the Bone Skewer. Ruler gets slowed down. Keria looking for the root. Ton of damage on Ruler. Forced to cleanse to get away there, as he will heal back up. The Bloodthirster doing work as Canyon gets away from the charm from Faker. Chovy goes in.
Oh, kita setting lagi. Jujur gue gak tau siapa yang menang sih.
Doran arrives into the fight, but he arrives too late. He gets shot as soon as he lands, and T1 back off.
Yeah, Faker tried to flash in and find the charm, could not connect on it. And as a result, they kind of got exposed there. Chovy just throws down the ulti for that slow as they're retreating, and Ruler pushes them back with his ulti. Does earn them this dragon here. Gen.G don't get a kill, but do grab their first objective.
The more we watch Gen.G play this comp, the more I start to realize how patient they need to be. They have to land the poke from Canyon. They're waiting for a hook from Duro. Maybe the slow from Ruler to land a double up. They're basically just chipping away at T1's HP bars before they can find an opportunity to fight. T1, maybe they overstep, they over-aggress, fishing too hard for a pick, and then they get punished. Patience is key for Gen.G.
Patience is key, bro.
The owner now has that Triforce done. It's going to be doing a lot of damage, and Canyon has just rushed straight towards the Lich Bane. Major item completions are starting to come through. You know, Ruler has had that BT for a while, but Guma now has his Yundal. You can see Faker with the Malignance completed. Sundered Sky done for the team who didn't go for the tier 2 boost. Even though he is down on gold, he is quite strong here also.
Lich Bane, very powerful on Nidalee as long as you can get in range to get the empowered auto attack after. It means you cannot just be standing back as the artillery machine with the spears, which means everybody else needs to be ready. If one lands, everyone goes in, everybody goes for kill. Sundered Sky completed for Keen's Aatrox. As you can see, Doran stopping to get the tier 2 boots first.
I
think that's one of the most difficult things about Nidalee is understanding exactly how much damage you're going to put out if you do elect to actually pounce in there. It is so risky. You have to be certain that you are going in and you are going to be able to finish off that kill. Otherwise, you're so incredibly squishy that it's almost certainly going to mean your death. And Canyon is a master of this champion, best Nidalee in the world. We'll see if he can make it work for himself, as he has so many times before in these high-pressure situations.
Duro goes fishing for Gumiyushi, but he finds nothing. Canyon and Ruler trying to get a little bit of poke themselves, but it's Gumayushi's built over Peacemaker.
Jelek banget.
Damage first. The
Halo ya,
Ruler's
satoran.
providing so much
Rekam.
value in this game. Whenever he gets hit by these Peacemakers, whenever he
Lupa
gets
ganti
hit by anything
thumbnail,
from
lupa
the
ganti
Karma or
anu.
from the Ari, as long as it's not a charm, it's very easy for Ruler to just heal right back up as long as there's minions nearby, so that T1 never feel the confidence to try to fully engage.
Keen has moved away from bot lane. Faker is alone and he will take over to level 11. He does have his CP available as the Herald is spawned. And he's going to look for a quick reset. Spend what money he can ahead of the fight. Be as strong as he possibly can be. Doran is very low and doesn't have TP.
Dah, aman.
Faker pushing the tier 1 turret in the bottom lane the entire time. The skill shots fly back and forth in mid. Keen and Chovy will start the Herald, but T1 can sense something is going wrong here. Owner special maul on Duro, but he misses. Doran looking off to the side.
Punya ini.
T1
Punya aset.
TP as Gen G go after the Herald. It is claimed and secured by
Genji dapat dong.
Satu
kill lagi. Oh, nice. Faker dapat anjir.
An aggressive flash from Doran to set up the fight onto Keen. They think that if they can start to get the resets off onto Owner, then they can start to snowball this fight. But they go a little too deep and the fight doesn't go their way.
And I should never have doubted Ruler. This man is finding ulti after ulti as the flash in here from Doran. But Ruler just steps back and finds a massive bullet time channeled across everyone. Guma has to bury, he has to flash out. Everyone has to retreat there from T1. The counter engage was just perfect from Gen G.
It certainly was. Just the wombo combo provided. T1 had to immediately backstep and Owner realized, oh no, I am way too deep and I do not have the support. Gen G now with a
ini objektif terakhir pertaruhannya di Dragon sih. Oh, Dragonnya dapat.
Only 55 seconds away.
This game 5 delivering, staying close. It's the feat of warfare for T1. It is the feat of turrets for Gen G, and it is 2-2 on neutral objectives. This dragon will decide the feats, the boots, overall for whoever claims it. 1,000 gold lead for Gen G as Doran is pushing up the wave here on the top side. Both top laners have their teleports available to use.
The question to me is, will T1 try to fight it? They're missing a lot of critical flashes. There are some missing on the other side as well, but no flash on Viego, Renekton, and Caitlyn. Feels like it would be a very dangerous fight to take.
Duro again going fishing with the bone skewers. Keen lands the Infernal Chains onto Carry, but the Karma's plenty fast enough to step away. Chovy going between worlds. Carry the target here at the very start, as now Doran's going to be burst down very quickly. Q3 won't kill him, and Gen G don't get their man just yet. Doran's still getting away, as Chovy gets enough damage, and Keen gets the kill. Gen G execute, and Doran falls.
Faker sendiri di bawah.
He secures the tower, he continues to push in the wave, but Gen G will not slow down. Duro is fishing for a hook, he will be spotted, but they find themselves a pick. They set their sights on the tower, and Gen G is quickly taking control of this game.
And T1 just really weren't in position to take that fight. Owner was looking for a potential flank there, but everyone from Gen G showed up. Faker's in bot lane doesn't have his teleport, so it's then a very difficult start to the fight because it's essentially a 5v3 for Gen G. As
oh iya, kita kan ada foto abang Faker, benar.
The ability to fight back in that situation.
Infinity Edge finished for Ruler.
Apa nggak pakai foto abang Faker aja?
Of Gen G. The return of Ruler to Gen G. He is the main carry to watch and is the man that T1 needs to shut down.
Drake shouldn't be truly contested here. Doran's hanging around. But Renekton can't do anything over the wall, and Canyon and Gen G claim the next Drake.
And the feats of strength there. They're going to get the upgraded boots off the back of that T1, just not feeling that they are in a position to really get anything done. Faker spent a ton of time in the side lane, and as a result, is the only player on his team with a gold lead. So he is going to have to find a big moment to equalize things because everyone else is falling behind.
I completely agree. His charm could be the difference maker. Ruler with the cleanse available. But if they can get the spell out, Faker
sudah aman semua kayaknya.
Or utilizing the fog of war, I should say, off guard. Ari is the type of champion that can change games off a single play.
It really can. I mean, even with the cleanse, sometimes the damage could be too much. Also, Canyon, very susceptible to those plays. Duro, if he goes in and gets charmed, could also be very vulnerable. There's so many squishy members on Gen G that if T1 can really execute that engage perfectly, they can punish them. You can see, though, Chovy and Canyon both heading down for Doran, who is going to be back.
Let's go.
He's actually going to TP out, so very nervous that the
Harus
class
diijas lagi anjir.
thought someone might have been behind him, and I think that's why he's TPing out. They're just going to start it.
Yeah, they're going to take the opportunity to say, all right, we think that they're overloading down here in the bot side. Let's go into the top side
Chovy
instead.
has no TP. It's not up yet.
Are going after the Otacon. It's already down to half HP. Duro and Ruler stepping up. Doran taking a little bit of damage as the bullet time flies out. Doran, 1/3 HP. It buys enough time for Gen G to try to revive. Kanan has made his way into the objective. Look at a
Oh!
Gets the Otacon. Gumayushi caught between worlds.
Genji ini menang kah?
Straight to hell. Keen, wings spread wide. Looks for more. Canyon.
Katakan pada dunia, King Genji is back. Absolute cinema dah. King Genji, bros.
Force the Otacon. T1 bring the fight to Gen G, but it is Ruler's ultimate that pushes them back. It is Canyon that secures the smite, and it is Gumayushi that falls.
And Chovy just barely didn't have his TP when Doran TP'd up. So I think T1 were thinking maybe we had more time without Chovy having that teleport. Maybe it's going to be a 5v4. But Chovy's teleport came up just in the nick of time. He arrives, sets up for that big bullet time, and then it is just a rout. There's no flash on Guma. They pile in.
Oh, terlalu.
Smite. And Gen G getting very far ahead now.
League of Legends, especially at the top level, is a game of inches. It is a game of seconds. It is a game where the smallest things can make the biggest difference. Chovy arriving in time. Canyon with the smite secure. Gen G with a lead in Drakes with a 3,000 gold advantage are looking good. 22 minutes into this final game of the Grand Finals.
Faker, the only member that remains deathless on the side.
Wah, miss. Tipis banget.
Onto Chovy. Forces him back, but he will not fall. He will not burn the flash. You can feel how desperate the situation is for T1. The game is quickly slipping away from them, and they need to find plays where they can.
The two I'm looking for that, Vedius, Owner and Faker, both with 2 fully completed items. Leandri's Malignance on Faker's Ari, Trinity Force plus the Collector on Owner. High damage potential here between these two. Faker also with the Oblivion Orb to cut down some of the healing.
And I think Guma should have IE on this base. He's been sitting on Pickaxe Cloak for a long time. So we'll see if he does have it. No, he doesn't. He's still short. Just has the BF sword, so is going to be a ways off from that big spike. And as a result, T1, they're going to have to make a tough choice here around this next dragon. Do we want to fight at this dragon here? Because if you go, if you lose this fight in a minute, it could be curtains on this game. So they have to make a decision. Are you willing to give up that soul point and put Gen G one away from the Mountain Soul?
And when you think about Caitlyn, you think about the setups for neutral objectives, you think about the line of Yordle snap traps to make your opponents have to check into you. But for T1, when you're down 3,500 gold, it's so difficult to go and try to get to the area first.
Gila itu botnya, di war full.
3.4K.
Jadi mereka udah pasti aman jalan ke bawah.
25 seconds away. T1 could look to concede this objective, perhaps cross map, secure that top tower, get a bit of gold back for themselves. Now with the Infinity Edge finish for Gumayushi, perhaps gold should be the priority.
Halo, satu orang nonton, welcome.
But what will they do about Ruler, ticking over to level 14?
And we can remember back to the World's 2023 semifinals when Faker was on Azir and he found Ruler when Ruler was on JDG, and he found the angle to win there. Now can his Ari find a similar opportunity? Gen G setting up here in the bot side river. Gumayushi has his Infinity Edge on the case.
Faker Wu.
Down to 5,000.
Faker siapa?
Over the backside of the pin. Their entry here into the fight. The Drake down to 3K. Chovy going between worlds. T1 forced away.
Anjir.
Now Owner and Faker here at the very start. Reset for Owner.
Oh, Owner nice. Nice kill. 4 lawan 4. Doran, mati Doran.
double kill to Keen. Chovy still chasing. Faker only tagged with a twofold hex.
Baker found the charm and Owner found the kill
Owner dapat
onto
kill.
Canyon, but not before Genji got the dragon, and Genji win the fight anyway.
Si
The plays were not enough.
Genji
The
butuh satu
Baron
lagi
is
buat
now
solo.
alive, and Genji
Artinya
feel monstrous. They feel like a mountain that cannot be overcome.
tapi
We
mountain
look
sih.
back at the play and it's Canyon that does get
Satu-satu
targeted.
yang dienakin di
Faker
Genji itu
finds an
si
incredible angle,
ini si
but the
Kin.
response from Genji is simply to fight back. A beautiful charm, the collapse owner, but look at the ulti from Ruler. Duro keeping the bot lane distracted, then Ruler turns his attention to Gumiyushi, forces him to flash out. Doran left isolated as his team retreats, and Keen converts it into a double.
And while the T1 solo laners went deep and did actually kill off Canyon alongside Owner, the problem becomes Guma and Keria then cannot join the fight. They cannot walk through Chovy with Ruler behind him, having that ultimate available, being able to push him back. It's been very difficult for T1 to find a way to get Guma involved in these team fights. It hasn't felt like he's really been able to get much done.
What a game state for Genji here in game number 5. Soul Point, 5,000 gold lead, really in a commanding position against their longtime rivals as they take control over the topside river.
And look at the experience difference here. Ruler level 15. Doran is not yet.
Wow.
15. Ruler has just been vacuuming up so much experience that he is really, really strong. Not only does he have that big gold lead, not only does he have the item lead, he has the upgraded boots, he has all the additional stats from being all these levels higher. He is going to be so tough to deal
Kelihatan
with.
warnanya.
Big chunk there onto Keria with the spear. Now Genji's got to be a little bit careful. Owner goes in for the spectral maul, but Duro.
Oh, Duro itu
dashing back
positioningnya
away.
bagus banget
TP
terlihat
coming
loh.
in as Genji immediately
Ya, nggak dapet kan? Gila.
Time over the top, but they ain't gonna find a kill here just yet. Chovy looking to get away. Keen unstoppable.
Nggak dapet.
Nobody on Genji is down. Keen with a double kill.
Udah Genji menang.
Genji
Genji juara lagi guys.
in the team.
Gear mana mau tidak jadi botak guys.
Are not enough. T1 cannot find a single member, and with the Baron available, Genji will secure it. Now T1 being shepherded by Duro, they look to secure a tower. They're trying their best to escape. Duro will let them free as the Baron is secured.
Able to get the Baron there. Chovy came
Ya,
so
sayang sekali kita
close
tidak
to
bisa
dying,
melihat.
but he's able to get out. And the
Gear
ace of the
mana mau
hole was
botak.
blocked as well. They couldn't finish him off. They couldn't get that critical first kill to try to start the snowball. And Genji are too far ahead. If you can't get that first kill, you just can't win the fights. Ruler now on the third item here. We can watch it one more time. Dorian decides that it is go time. The teleport was coming in here, and Genji realized they have got to defend this teleport. They can't allow Chovy to be isolated from the rest of the team. So as they go in, Dorian gets hooked, and he just flashes in the midst of everyone, putting that pressure on. But then the turn here on to Chovy. He is rooted up. He is burst incredibly low, but look at Owner chasing after him. Can't get the last hits to finish him off.
He not only body blocks the ultimate from Caitlyn, but also gets the kill onto Owner. Keen acting as both defense and offense in that play as he swings the fight in their favor.
Throughout this series, Keen has had strong individual performances on his top lane matchups. And here in this game, 6-2-1, he's feeling great on the Aatrox. Turret destroyed down there in the bottom lane. A Baroned up Genji, 8,000 gold ahead. Duro with a bone
Strateginya gagal ini sih.
but it gets the spirit rush.
Itu kayak ngincar buat nge-pick off, tapi gagal. Ya, harapan mereka cuma champion-champion yang punya gaming area, yang punya damage area. Soalnya udah gagal semua, udah tinggal dari mana nasib aja bro.
Are bleeding them out.
And no one is going to be able to answer the top lane. Doran was trying to push out that bot lane wave to be able to answer there, but you can see Keen was pushing in the top side. They take the tier 2 mid.
Play well,
They're stealing away the top side
play
jungle
well,
as well.
sebenarnya.
Genji just getting further and further ahead here. 10 seconds
Entah kenapa
just
dua game
about
terakhir
until
cuma
that
aneh.
soul will be available for them. Keen has got to
Terus
get
kejar.
They may need to try to chase. They can't do it.
Going for that chase may have lost them valuable time because Genji is already
Doran ownernya harus dibarakin ya. Doran apalagi itu sering miss ini, sering misplay. Kadang kayak coin flip yang bukan 50-50, 30-70. 30 bagusnya, 30 jelek.
securing this dragon.
T1 are in a desperate spot. They needed to chase after Keen because they've got to find any opportunity they can. But the cost is the inability to fight for the Dragon Soul. It is Mountain Soul claimed by Gen G.
And now I think the only hope for T1 is you try to buy time until an Elder spawn and you pray that you can somehow get over there and steal it. But Gen G, I don't think are going to give you that time. They are so far ahead at this point. 7,000 gold. Mountain Soul against a composition that needs that first kill, that needs the upfront burst, and is now going to have to do so much more of it if they want to be able to get anything done.
And back at the very beginning of this game, before minions even spawned, Isaac, you were talking about the difficulty in piloting this composition for Gen G, the burden of execution on the champions they've chosen, and the #1 team from the #1 region in the world is showing why they sit at the summit.
Exactly, that's why Gen G is Gen G. You can see these luxury items starting to come through as well. Zonia's is done
Gen G
for
is
Keen.
Gen G.
Purchased by Keen, as well as the Warden's Mail. He knows, I don't need more damage. I just need to not get one shot, and we will win this game.
Faker chunked down to half. Duro and Keen putting in a little bit of damage on him. T1, they have no flash on Doran. There's no opportunity to try to go in for that Ruthless Predator play. You can see the Spectral Maw charging onto Owner, but it's so difficult.
Kita kayak bakal profiling Chovy deh.
They're stepping up, and they're putting the pressure onto the Tier 3 turret in mid. Doran tries to slice forward, but he instantly loses half HP.
Gen G are on the precipice of greatness here.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of damage there onto Duro, but he'll be all right. He dashes backwards. Owner trying to clear out the chickens, get something while they defend here.
They have been perfect the entire split long in the LCK. Didn't drop a single series. They have been perfect at MSI all the way through the winner's bracket. Did not drop a single series. Something that has never been done before. And Gen G getting closer and closer to being able to accomplish that.
All right, Gen G with victory within their grasp. It is 4 minutes until the Elder spawns, but it is less than a minute and a half until Baron returns to the Rift. For T1, that is a scary prospect. Gen G controls the entire map. It is so
tolong kalau Doran bisa
for
dapat
T1
MF
to
ini
step out anywhere into this. Gen G,
menang sumpah.
they know it. They're shoving up the waves.
Masa MF punya cleanse, punya flash. Jadi agak mustahil sih, karena udah sekali stun pasti di clean sama ruler.
Gen G putting pressure across the entire
Ruler juga
map.
bagus buat diangkat.
T1 will need a miracle. The magic of this roster has been seen before, and they will need to find it in order to turn this game around.
It is an incredibly desperate situation.
Oh, thank you for the like.
If there's one man you would put your faith in
like.
to try to make that play, to find that moment in a situation like this, it would be Faker. By far the most clutch player we have ever seen touch the game. Has made a career out of moments like that, pulling back impossible games. We'll see if he can do it one more time here against Gen G.
Gen G with control over the top side river. Baron, 10 seconds away. Owner will step forward to clear out one of the control wards. Nidalee trap placed down there. As Owner again just trying to make sure he does not take damage while T1 steps up. Gen G. Canyon jumps back away. The Mountain Soul Shield absorbing most of the damage from Gumayushi's auto attack. Gen G, with their lead, have control over the mid lane wave. They'll get it shoved out, and they'll move back into the river.
I mean, just look at the shield on Ruler. The Bloodthirster shield plus the Mountain Soul shield is so much to get through. And they can just sustain off of this Baron. They're going to start it up and force T1's hand.
Gen G,
Mountain Shield.
Chovy and Duro are the ones in
Bloodthirster Shield.
Goes in for the flash charm, but he won't find it.
Ah, miss.
Looking for a chance to steal with the bullet time, immediately forcing him all the way away. He
Miss
tries
dah,
to
miss.
survive.
Udah, menang Gen G ini.
Will
Ini nih.
in the river. Gen G, Baron +1.
Faker tries his best to find a play onto Chovy, but he will not allow it. Chovy holds the line, Owner falls, and with the Baron, Gen G's last push as they set their sights on the title of MSI.
Gen G with the push in the top and mid lane simultaneously. Doran and the rest of T1 trying to defend. It is still 20 seconds until Owner is back alive. The Baron minions have made their way to the Nexus turrets. The first already half dead as Gen G changed their attention over to the mid lane tier 3.
The pressure is unrelenting. The wave clear just isn't there for T1. Now 2 inhibitors fall. It's simply a matter of time.
Owner is back alive. The last stand of T1. Doran slices forward, but it won't matter. The first Nexus turret is already about to die. T1 struggling to defend. Duro with a bone skewer. T1 backing away.
Nggak bisa, anjir. Kuat banget. Oke, dapat. Guma udah. Genji juara. Congrats. Back to back. Tanpa kekalahan. Back to back. Back to back MSI champion.
Genji have done the impossible, a perfect split into a perfect international tournament here. This team truly has achieved the closest thing to perfection you can do in League of Legends. Absolutely insane. Many times they were pushed to the brink. Every single time they stood tall. And now finally they can reap their
Congrats.
rewards.
Gila, jago si Genji sih.
MSI champions. They are
Back to back.
MSI champions.
Back to back juara, bos. Gila.
Simply an incredible run from Genji. They sought perfection and they
Ados to ruler sih.
T1 pushed them to the
Kudos apa? Kudos to ruler. Dia pemain yang nemenin Genji dari Samsung Galaxy pindah ke Genji, bertahan di Genji sampai ditukar, terpaksa ke DG. Sekarang juara bersama Genji. Gila. Ruler satu itu. Kudos. Gila. Respect. T1 ada Faker, Genji ada ruler. Serius.
And now we're handing things down to Lore with our winning team.
Thank you so much. Duro 선수, 룰러 선수, 송이 축하드립니다.
감사합니다. 감사합니다.
Vancouver, please for your MSI champions. Duro, this was your first international. This is your very first international victory in Game 5.
International pertama ya Duro, bener.
A risky champion. Tell me about the confidence to play this champion and why did you think it was going to be the one that was going to bring you the victory today?
주로 선수 첫 국제 대회였고 첫 국제 대회에서 이렇게 우승까지 이루어냈습니다. 5과 경기 끝에 승리하셨는데요. 5세트 정말 중요한
tim yang pemain yang nggak pernah ngerasain internasional sama pemain yang berkali-kali gagal internasional walaupun ya menang kalah lah.
픽이다라고 결정하셨나요?
일단 파이크 말고 다른 선택지가 진짜 너무 애매했어가지고 애매한 거 해서 캐틀 카르마한테 망하는 거보다는 자 한번 노려보자 해서 자신도 있고 해서 파이크를 뽑게 된 것 같습니다.
I had several other options and they were pretty meh and mid. So instead of going for this mid options, I would rather go with Pyke because I didn't want to get smacked by Caitlyn Karma in lane. You know, I wanted to go for the high risk play and make something clutch happen, and I was pretty confident about the pick.
Giga chat attitude from an international rookie. Ruler, you're the first player to win MSI with 2 different teams from 2 different regions.
Yeah. Gila. ADC-nya.
I remember that when we had a chat at the beginning of MSI, you were telling me that you did not have the confidence that you had with JDG in 2023. Do you have that confidence back today?
룰러 선수 오늘의 우승과 함께 최초로 두 개의 팀에서 MSI 우승한 선수가 되었고 최초로 두 개의 지역에서 MSI 타이틀을 거머쥔 선수가 되었습니다. 사실은 MSI 초반에 저희가 인터뷰를 나누었을 때 아직 23년도 징동에서만큼의 자신감을 갖고 있지 않다라고 하셨는데 이제 자신감 많이 찾으셨나요?
아직은 아닌 것 같아요. 아직은 아닌 것 같고 그래도 제일 잘 한다고 말할 수는 있을 것 같다 생각합니다. 이번 MSI에서는.
Actually, not yet. But I can say for sure that I am the best player here at MSI.
Anjas.
Duro, you entered this year with a challenge, joining one of the most successful orgs that we have in League of Legends history. Having to write your own page in history, actually, how do you reflect on the achievements that you gained as a player from Genji with this run, and especially now that you're the MSI champion?
주로 선수 올해는 정말 큰 도전이었습니다.
중반간
역사상
D1
가장 성공적인 팀 중인 하나인 젠지에 합류하면서 스스로를 끊임없이 증명하셔야 했는데요. 이렇게 MSI 챔피언이 되신 만큼 본인이 이룬의 성과 그리고 성장에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시나요?
일단은 이 말을 먼저 해야 될 것 같습니다. 젠지가 저를 좋게 봐주셔서 이 자리까지 오게 된 것 같고요. 이제 뭐 저의 성장도 있겠지만 이제 다른 형들이 나머지 4명 형들이 너무 저를 케어를 잘해주셔가지고 당연히 감독님들도 케어를 잘해주시고 해서 제가 충분히 이 자리까지 오게 될 수 있지 않았나 싶네요.
I want to say this first off. I was able to make it all
Wow,
the way
this
here
is
because
the
Genji
way
thought
for
really highly of
heavy
me,
is the
and I'm very
crown.
grateful for that. And also, it's just not about me doing well. It's just the rest of the 4 players taking really good care of me. Also, the coaching staff. So I want to say thank you to everyone who helped me to reach where I'm at right now.
Yes. Itu namanya terima kasih ya guys ya.
Now, Ruler, I know that you were hungry for international experience, especially after missing out last year. What does this victory mean to you today, now that you're back and the champion again?
또 룰러 선수는 작년에 국제대회를 참여하지 못하면서 이에 대한 갈증이 굉장히 크다고 하셨는데 이렇게 국제대회 무대로 돌아오셨고 이렇게 오늘 우승을 만들어내셨습니다. 지금 어떠신가요?
Ruler.
진짜 정말 너무 행복하고요. 일단 우선 행복하고 안 울어요. 이렇게 대회 LCK에서 주관하는 그리고 그런 대회들을 다 계속 나가는 게 어쨌든 제 목표고 거기서 증명하는 게 저의 가장 궁극적인 목표인데 계속 그렇게 이런 데 나와서 이렇게 증명하게 된 것 같아서 너무 행복하고 이제 그냥 모든 대회 다 나가서 이렇게 우승하고 싶네요.
First off, the crowd, don't cry, Ruler. He was like, I'm not crying. I am very, very happy at this moment. And I also mentioned, my goal as a professional player is just participating in these Riot events and keep proving myself. And I think today's victory means that I proved myself, which makes me really happy. I just want to keep on going, keep on participating, keep on making appearances, and keep on winning.
And I think that, Duro, you also proved yourself today. Now, I know that you and people already call you Madulife, but what kind of support do you want to be remembered as?
주로 선수도 오늘 이 자리에서 본인 스스로를 성공적으로 증명해내셨습니다. 이미 많은 팬분들이 매 듀라이프라고 부를 정도로 주로 선수의 놀라운 플레이에 대한 칭찬을 아끼지 않는데요. 개인적으로 어떤 서포터로서 기억되고 싶으신가요?
제 우상이 매드라이프 선수였는데 그때 시절에 매드라이프 선수가 진짜
Asik.
팩을
Inspired by Mad Life.
기울 정도로 엄청난 명성을 떨치시고 이제 많은 롤의 역사를 뒤바꾸셨는데 저도 그 정도 매드라이프 선수님만큼 명성을 쌓고 실력도 쌓을 수 있는 그런 선수가 되고 싶습니다.
In fact, Mad Life was my idol. When I started, I always looked up to him because he's a support player that opened a new chapter of the role as a support. He has untouchable reputation, and I just want to be like him. I just wish my performance could be as good as Mad Life. I just want to have the reputation as good as Mad Life, so I'm just going to keep grinding and keep going forward.
And you're absolutely writing your page in history there now. I would like to ask them to share some words for their fans. 팬분들께 한마디 해주세요.
나부터 할게. 제가 이 자리에 있기까지 정말 많은 팬분들의 좀 도움이 있었는데요. 그래서 좀 뭐랄까 정말 그냥 이렇게 환호해 주시는 것도 너무 감사하고 그냥 모든 게 다 감사의 따름이라서 앞으로도 계속 좋은 모습 보여드리면서 저희 팀원들이랑 다 같이 나갈 수 있는 대회 다 나가면서 우승할 수 있는 모습 계속 보여드리고 잘하는 모습 보여드려서 계속 이렇게 환호성 받을 수 있게끔 할 테니까 또 많은 응원 부탁드리고 염치 없지만 항상 감사하고 오늘 하루도 좋은 하루 보내시길 바라겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Because of your support, because of your love, I was able to make it all the way here. Even this cheer coming from the crowd is what makes me happy. So I wish I can continue a great performance with my teammates, make it to every possible international and every event, and keep on winning titles in order to get more crowd cheering for us. So I would like to ask for one more cheer for me to keep going forward. Thank you very much. I love you.
Ruler.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
이제 제가 LCK 컵 때부터 지금까지 오는 과정 중에서 정말 안 좋은 모습도 많이 보여드리고 잘하는 모습도 많이 보여드리는 그런 다사다난한 일들이 많았는데 당연히 여러분의 응원 덕분이기도 하고 젠지 관계자분들 그리고 감코 선수 형들
nambah nih.
저한테 격려랑
nonton
그리고 케어 이런 걸
Tiu
너무
Faker kalah ya,
잘해주셔서
parah
여기까지
loh.
올 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 물론 이게 끝은 아니지만 월즈까지 이대로 쭉
Panjang
이어나갈 수
anjir,
있도록
pidato
하겠습니다.
bah.
감사합니다.
Itu udah kamsahamnida dah.
Ever since the LCK Cup, there was a lot of ups and downs. I hit the bottom, bounced back. We were just going through all the thick and the thin. But thanks to the support from the fans and also the support from everyone working at Genji, the coaching staff, my teammates, we were able to make it happen. But this is not the end. I will make sure to keep this rolling until Worlds. Thank you so much.
It is just the beginning for this roster. Now, we have to honor another player from Genji. The 2025 Oppo Finals MVP.
Jovi MVP deh.
A round of applause for Shovi. Shovi, congratulations, amazing performance today, amazing performance this MSI, but I remember that a couple days ago we talked about you standing once again at the top, and you were telling media that you were pressured about standing once again at the top. How do you feel now that you're the champion and the MVP of MSI?
축하드립니다. 조비 선수 며칠 전 인터뷰에서 다시 한번 결승 무대를 밟고 다시 한번 우승에 도전한다는 점에서 어느 정도의 부담이나 압박감도 있다고 하셨는데요. 이렇게 우승하셨고 또 파이널 MVP까지 되셨는데 어떠신가요?
사실 이제 다시 우승한다고 했을 때 어느 정도의 부담감과 압박감은 있었지만 오늘 경기하면서 그냥 이렇게 잘하는 경기력으로 상대랑 주고받고 하는 과정들이 너무 즐거웠고 그냥 경기 자체가 즐거우니까 부담감과 압박감보다는 그냥 오늘 너무 잘하고 싶다라는 생각이 들었는데 그게 이제 MVP까지 받을 정도로 좋은 실력을 보인 것 같아서 너무 만족스럽습니다.
Of course, challenging to win another title, going for the back-to-back title is a pressure, but throughout the series today, I realized the performance of both sides was so on point. It was going back and forth, and I was
Wih, 3
enjoying
orang
the
nonton.
process.
Mau
I was having so
nonton
much
Faker
fun
kalah, Pak.
playing the series.
Parah.
And I realized
Tadi
because
kau
I was having so much fun
lagi
and
game,
enjoying the moment,
tidak nonton.
all the pressure goes
Halo,
away. I wanted
apapun
to
itu,
focus on me
tidak ada yang
performing
ngechat.
well, and I
Aku
think
kesepian,
I was able
sedih.
to prove by winning this finals MVP. I'm very glad.
Enggak, nih,
winning MSI,
YouTube,
winning one title
YouTube.
is already very hard. A few players get to do it. Winning again, back to back.
Tapi Chovy keren juga sih, Mang.
What is your motivation?
Ini kayak kalau misalnya Faker pensiun, Chovy bisa jadi wajah League of Legends selanjutnya sih.
MSI 우승하는 것 자체가 굉장히 쉽지 않습니다. 소수의
Masuk T1 lagi, wah makin keren tuh.
두번 연속 우승하는
Gila masih Griffin Chovy itu.
초비 선수는
masih muda
이런
banget.
위대한 업적을 이뤄내셨는데요. 본인의 동기부여가
Kayaknya legasi Faker tuh bisa turun ke Chovy sih.
위해서 노력하시면서 이 자리까지
orang kuat tapi masih ada Faker.
일단 저 개인적으로도 노력하는 것도 있지만 같이
Kelahiran berapa sih Chovy itu?
경기를 하는 선수들과 그리고 또 경기를 잘할 수
Chovy.
있게 도와주는 감독 코치님과 젠제
Dia kelahiran tahun 2001, masih muda cuy. Beda 5 tahun sama Faker, bisa lah 5 tahun ke depan back to back juara Worlds. Tapi sekarang masih Faker dulu.
걸 목표로 두기에 가능한 거 아닌가 싶습니다.
I want to say first, it's not just about me performing well in order to win the title today. It's just everyone worked so hard for the moment. The teammates, the coaching staff, even everyone working on the Genji side supported us so well, so we were able to accomplish this. Well, my motivation, I want to say, just being a professional player, you know, you just always want to keep on achieving more. You know, you should not settle. You should always.
This is a way for heavy is the crown.
Then what is the next step for you, Chovy? What is the next step in your journey?
그렇다면 초비 선수의 여정 다음 목표는 무엇인가요?
일단 다음 목표는 사실 뭐 EWC도 있고 뭐 정규 리그도 있겠지만 아무래도 가장 큰 목표는 월드 우승이 아닌가 싶습니다.
Of course, I have several tournaments ahead of me. For example, EWC, the regular season. But first and foremost, winning Worlds.
This is a way for heavy is the crown.
To support you, who supported you, and who shows the confidence that you're gonna win Worlds this year.
If the wall was
마지막으로 초비교
ending.
신자분들 있죠. 철첩 초비분들에게 여태까지 항상 믿고 기다려줬고 또 초비 선수 월드 우승 말씀하셨잖아요. 당연히 할 수 있다고 믿으시는 팬분들께 한마디 부탁드립니다.
일단 저를 계속 믿어주신 팬분들께 항상 감사드리고 그리고 또 오늘 경기로 믿어주시는 팬분들께 그 믿음에 맞는 보답을 한 것 같아서 너무 기쁘고 팬분들이 계속 믿어주시니까 저도 포기하지 않고 계속 성장하면서 꼭 좋은 결과 내도록 하겠습니다.
Thank you so much for trusting me. And I want to say I was able to kind of repay your belief, your trust, your support by winning the series today.
Yeah.
I will keep on doing my best in order to make you guys keep on believing me. Thank you so much.
Makasih telah ada meledak.
Now to all the players, Genji, congratulations once
Selamat,
again
selamat.
on being the MSI champion. Vancouver, please a round of applause one last time for your champions.
Congrats.
And thank you all so much for the incredible support, for the incredible energy and atmosphere that you gave us for this MSI to make this tournament unforgettable. Thank you all so much, Vancouver. One last time.
Back. Two back. Juara MSI, guys.
Genji are your champions, Vancouver. We've got an extra treat for you because Ruler is joining the desk in just a little bit. We've got a lot to ask him, but first, I do need to talk to my analysts about, you know, the sovereign Game 5 that Genji was was able to play, which is not easy when you're up against the T1 specifically in this situation, Maurits.
It's just insane to me that no matter how many times teams try, actually beating Gen G once happens a lot. Twice, a lot of teams have done it. But the depth and clutch factor of so many members on this team just keeps coming back to save them. Because the fact that Duro gets to pick Pyke in a game 5
amazing.
and actually makes it work. Because I'm telling you, I saw the locked in. I'm like, oh boy.
You did.
This was a composition that took so much skill to execute, and they had extremely good counter engages when T1 reached for that kill to try and make their pick. The ultimate from Ruler coming over, the ultimate from Chovy, the counter was so good.
It was, and you just see it takes a village to perform at this high of a level, to feel comfortable.
Thank you semua udah nonton. Jangan lupa like, subscribe. Gue bakal live. Gak tau live, gue bakal bikin konten sih next. Karena AWC nggak dapat akses. LCP split 3 gue dapat akses. Semoga LCP kita bisa balik nonton lagi ya. Tapi kalau mau nonton gue main game mungkin bisa gue live nanti.